This week on La Liga World, we analyse all the best from the recently ended season, looking back at the outstanding images and the big names which have left their mark on the championship.
The Liga BBVA 2014-15 has come to an end, and beyond the joy, the disappointment and the big achievements, the domestic tournament has left us with astounding images which help define the grandiosity of the greatest league in the world. For example, the day when Leo Messi caught and overtook Telmo Zarra as the competition's all-time top scorer. It was the 22nd of November 2014 on matchday 12 in the Camp Nou. Barca beat Sevilla 5-1 thanks to a Leo Messi hat-trick.
Ahora ojo al Barça, Messi es un 3-2, está solo Luis Suárez, el balón para Neymar, está solo Messi. ¡Gol! ¡Gol histórico! ¡Por fin lo consigue Leo Messi!
Real Madrid offered us the biggest goal fest of the season when they stuffed Granada 9-1 in the Bernabeu on matchday 19. Cristiano went down in Liga history with 5 of the Blancos' goals this afternoon. One of the most spectacular sights and sounds of La Liga 2014-15 comes before the kickoff of Cordoba's home fixtures. The Andalusian fans, who had been waiting 42 years for their club's return to the top flight, sung the club anthem with a pride and a passion which were, unfortunately for them, not always matched on the pitch. And now back to the goals, the very essence of the beautiful game. Javi Lara's outstanding direct free kick against Real Sociedad on the opening day of the season, the Gunners' first ever top-flight goal in La Liga.
Ahí la realización se centra en Ángel, Javi Lara. ¡Golazo para la historia! ¡Dios santo lo que ha hecho Javi Lara! ¿Dónde ha puesto el balón? Impresionante primer gol en primera para Neymar. Gol histórico, no podría ser otro. Tenía que ser el crack de Montoro. Golazo de Javi Lara. Pero ¿qué ha hecho este hombre, Axel?
Two veterans have brought us two very special moments in this Liga BBVA campaign. Xavi Hernandez and Andoni Iraola both made their 500th appearance in the top flight. 4 goals which Atletico Madrid put past Real Madrid on match day 22 already represent one of the most brilliant moments of the Colchonero's recent history. Thiago, Saul, Griezmann and Mandzukic all scored as the Calderon witnessed scenes of unbridled celebration.
Thanks to all the players for the unforgettable afternoon they've given us. Today has been amazing. Each and every one of them played with tremendous physicality and assurance. I love the chant, proud of our players. You don't see that in many grounds.
Muy bonito el cántico orgulloso de mis jugadores. Pocas canchas se ve.
Another of the special images this season has left us with is the joy and relief of the Elche players after beating Malaga 2-1 in La Rosaleda, thus confirming their survival in the greatest of all leagues.
Sí, estoy muy feliz por esto. Estoy muy feliz.
I'm very happy for everyone, for the team, for the staff, and for our fantastic fans. Nobody thought we had a chance, but all the hard work and all the effort we put in on the pitch has shown that we really are a First Division side.
Persona confiava em nós outros, nenhuma. Pero tanto trabalho, tanto empenho em campo e hemos provado que hoje só somos de primeira.
He touched down in Spain with a desire to work hard to return Valencia to their former glories, and Nuno Espírito Santo has become one of the protagonists of the Liga BBVA this season. The former Rio Ave coach has enjoyed many great moments with Los Che and has thoroughly deserved his place among the greats of La Liga. And to close this review of the greatest moments of the season in the Liga BBVA, we mustn't forget Sevilla. The Andalusians have turned their Sánchez-Pizjuán stadium into a fortress, and Unai Emery has once again given us many brilliant afternoons of football. For yet another season, La Liga BBVA has left us with unforgettable moments, leaving us all anxious to witness the new season in the greatest league in the world.
En el fútbol, todos los finales tienen un mismo principio. Todas las emociones son efecto de una misma causa. Cada acción y cada detalle del juego buscan un mismo objetivo. Y en un solo lugar entenderás el origen de todo. El Locker Room, todos los lunes en beIN Sports en español.
With the league having come to an end, it's time to reflect. Time to analyse the key moments of a fascinating season in the greatest league in the world. To do so, the Liga World has brought together 3 well-respected pundits. Former player and coach Luis Carreras and football experts Axel Torres and Alberto Ejogo. Following are some extracts from their fascinating chat.
He arrived and in his first press conference said, "I want my team to be unpredictable and I will be judged for my results." And he's got top marks for his results. The side was unpredictable at the start and very predictable but hard to control at the end. Because with their attacking trio, they're very difficult to control, especially with the form at the end of the season.
But just what responsibility the manager has in all of this, in that unpredictable style of play, must be discussed. Because if we look at the game against Real Madrid at home, that game was decided by a set piece and a long ball to Luis Suarez. Real Madrid could have won the match but didn't. Barca won. So I don't know how much responsibility belongs to the manager in that specific result. In the end, there are many turning points in a season.
What Luis Enrique has looked for all season and found in the end through their results is a balance with the trio. We're talking about the three up front, but we're also talking about a Barca side with the best defensive record in the division. And these three do the minimum amount of defending. They defend positionally. Therefore, one of the keys has been finding a balance with those three.
The midfielders have focused on covering for the fullbacks when they push forward. It's been more about hard work than creativity.
Especially Rakitic.
That's been one of the strengths of this Barca side. Their quick transitions look like they could have broken the side in half, but didn't. In fact, the side has barely suffered in defensive transitions, which looked likely as three players dropped back. But then Iniesta and Xavi, when he came on, don't have the physical capacity to run up and down the pitch. But the team found a way to stay compact, and that's been one of the keys. I think that all the talk about Madrid's players tiring because of a lack of rotation has hidden the fact that they've struggled to defend well in the centre of midfield. In the end, it seems like the problem has been that the team has run out of gas, but I think they haven't replaced Xabi Alonso.
No, that's clear. They haven't found that player. Cruz is a different type of player to Xabi Alonso, and they haven't found a defensive midfielder.
In the end, they found themselves playing vital games without Cruz, Isco and James, who are players who are good with the ball, but when they have to defend, they find problems. And that's a problem because if you have 25 players but never use 10 or 12, so you change the team's tactics before using those players. That means that you have a vast squad, but in reality it's quite short, because when one player's missing, instead of changing him for another, you change the entire system in order not to play you've paid money for and who you should be fielding. Therefore everything goes a bit crazy, and Madrid have suffered the consequences.
I
think it was to be expected in a way because something so miraculous, so complicated, for it to happen twice in a row is very difficult. But also because keeping that concentration to defy the odds, to be at the same standard as others, you can keep it up for 1 year, but keeping it up for 2 years is incredibly hard.
Tan extrema es dificilísimo.
Lo difícil es llegar, no, lo difícil es mantenerte.
As we said, the hard thing is to get there. No, the hard thing is staying up there, keeping such a high standard season after season, and Atletico have that handicap. Cholo said, we have to be first out of the humans. Taking away Barca and Madrid, we want to be first, we want to be third. And they did it.
I agree with him when he says the standard of his squad is closer to Valencia and Sevilla than to Madrid and Barcelona.
A mí me han gustado mucho, creo que
I've enjoyed watching them. They've been one of the most interesting sides in the league in terms of tactics.
a nivel táctico, además creo que en uno
Besides, I think Nuno has varied a lot. They've been a very rich side, and the new players have performed from the start. The eruption of Gaia is one of the highlights of the season, not only for Valencia. I think it's just a matter of time before he gets the national side call-up.
Yes, the revelation out of the top teams has been Valencia. For me, apart from Gaia, there's a player who's been vital in this Valencia side, and that's Andre Gomez. He works hard in the middle, he dominates the ball, helps out in defence, provides the front men with brilliant passes.
For me, Valencia are a tremendous team, and it's no surprise to see them in that position. They're a brilliant side, built around a triangle at the back, made up of the keeper, Mustafi and Otamendi. Those are the foundations of the building, and that can't be changed.
Un equipo plagado de estrellas. Lionel Messi, Neymar, Luis Suárez. 115 años de rica historia. 23 títulos. Barcelona, campeón de la Liga 2014-2015. Usted fue testigo en beIN Sports en español.
Sevilla have had that competitive gene for years. You have to really sweat to defeat Sevilla because they're a very dynamic side. They don't speculate. They always go for the game. They've turned the Pizjuan into a fortress, playing with Alex Vidal, who's an out-and-out winger, as fullback. Krychowiak is also very important at covering the gaps left by the players pushing forward. They've also got magnificent options going forward, such as Reyes, Deulofeu, Dennis and Banega. Banega seems to only be under Unai. And then Vitolo. I haven't even mentioned Iago Aspas because he hasn't even made the bench at times. If Bacca doesn't play, Gameiro comes in. So Sevilla have an impressive attacking arsenal. I think Unai has probably been the manager who's changed most games with his decisions. Tactical changes, playing with a lot of players inside to give the entire wing to the fullbacks. I think it's been a very interesting season in that sense, and I think Sevilla have grown in many aspects. Now they feel just as comfortable dictating play as they do playing on the break. I don't think you would say either situation suits them better.
Uno de los dos registros, digas, es que le viene mejor.
I didn't expect Malaga to be so far up the table. The feeling was that the project was weaker, and it's a good example that when the money isn't there to sign players, having a good academy offers you a lot. They've formed good players and they've recruited good players because some haven't been formed by them, and they performed impressively. Darder, for example, has made a name for himself in the top flight this year.
Sí, al final, o sea, el futuro del fútbol español, Málaga, Villarreal, Sevilla.
The future of Spanish football with Malaga, Villarreal, Sevilla, Barca, Madrid is based on young players. Not only youngsters, but finding a balance between older, experienced players and top-quality younger players. That's the best combination, and Malaga have it. Duda, Samu Castillejo, Kameni, Darder. That's the best mix.
La mejor conjunción.
mí, Fran Escribá es el entrenador de la temporada, porque empezó la temporada.
For me, Fran Escribá is the manager of the season. Elche started the season with problems, financial issues, salary limits, with players having to cut down their wages. And they made signings such as Faical Fahir, who's been very impressive. And then the eruption of Jonathas, a player who looks clumsy but could run through a brick wall. He offers you a lot. He's kind of like a Diego Costa. You give him a ball and he's going to battle with the defence, and he scores goals, which is what you demand of a striker. But for me, Elche have maintained a style of play. They always try to have the ball, try to push forward with wing-backs. I like Elche's philosophy, and for me, Fran Escribá is the manager of the year.
Fútbol que me gusta mucho, y para mí Fran Escribá es el técnico de la temporada.
Football Club Barcelona is once again the champion of La Liga BBV, winning their 23rd title and their 7th of the last 11 seasons. It's proving to be a great season for Barca and Luis Enrique, who's got off to the best possible start, winning his first Liga title. The Asturian coach has made the necessary adjustments to Barca's style, coming up with a team that combines lengthy possession of the ball with lethal counter-attacking football, led by the trident of Messi, Suarez and Neymar, a goal-scoring machine which has totaled over 80 goals in the domestic tournament. But it's not just in attack where Barca have been ruthless. The Blaugranas have conceded fewer goals than anyone in the division. Another example that this group's success is founded on hard work and commitment. Barcelona's crowned champion of the Liga BBVA after a long season full of goals, emotion to the last, a spectacular league which we're already looking forward to enjoying again next season.